Yo guys, what's up? This is the attackers tier list of Operation Demon Veil, and I will be joined with my best friend Aiko.
Was good. Nah, I'm weird. Yeah, let's get this.
Alright,
Let's
let's
get
get
this.
to it. Alright, we got Ace first. So I'd say with pretty much any hard breacher because they're beneficial, I'd say he's gotta be a must bring.
Well, that's any heart breach, so it doesn't have to be Ace.
Yeah, so I mean Ace is good. He can get off hatches reasonably well. He has a good gun, which is the AK, and he's good at getting off walls as well. So, like any other hard breacher, definitely must bring. Okay, next up we got Amaru. Where do you reckon we should put this? Hmm.
It's really brung. It is really
Yeah,
brung to be
I'd
fair.
probably say a don't bring, I guess.
I mean, depends on what you're going for. If it's like a straight up Russian site kill everyone, you could take it, but majority of the time it's never taken. So probably stay where it is.
Yeah, I'd agree. Alright, we got Ash. Now, a lot of people may disagree, but like, I mean, there's a chance that I would say like between must bring and should have at least one. I mean, I'd probably put it there because she's not as strong as she used to be, I'd say.
She has a good gun, R4C, good damage. Recoil can be tough depending what rank it's. There's two breach charges, which is solid, and there's a claymore.
I mean,
Utility wise, it's good,
she could
but
breach if you brought breaching charges. I mean, I'll leave her here for now, only because I reckon she should have some flashbangs or one extra breach on her ability to be a must bring. Okay, Blackbeard, no, he needs to rework.
its gun, its gun's not bad, but its ability kind of pointless in a way.
Yeah,
I don't know.
bro, it's like it's not even there. It doesn't do anything really. And you could always just shoot someone in the legs if you see them, and the Blackbeard's probably gonna be clueless. Alright,
Mm.
Blitz. I mean,
Let's
he's
okay.
not like the worst character, but I mean, I'd say don't bring them. I mean, you could rush in with them. I don't know. It's somewhere between here. I mean, what do you reckon, Aiko?
I put him with Amaru. I wouldn't quite say it's a bad op because it has its ability, flash, well, stuns actually, and it has a pistol. Well, it has a pistol, solid pistol, not a bad one. So I wouldn't quite call it awful, but I wouldn't say like you need to bring it because you don't really want to bring Blitz.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Alright, now we got Capiteo. Well, I'd put him somewhere from situational to don't bring.
I'd say situational, only because of his ability. You can smoke and you have fire, solid
Yeah.
utility.
And he has an
His
LMG to go
gun,
onto the LMG meta as well.
and the good sight choices as well. So
Yeah.
I like the art. So I'd say situational.
Right, next we got Buck. Now, Buck is with the recent buff to, the shotgun damage to structures and the range of overall. Honestly, I'd say he's a should have at least one. If Sledge gets banned or taken or anything, I mean, take a Buck. If you want two of them, take a Buck with him. You can breach off, floors and roofs pretty easily with either of them. So yeah, not quite as good as Sledge, but definitely could consider to bring him.
I mean, he has a good gun, 1.5 sight, high damage, and he has shotgun ability which you can use from range. So that can be solid depending on the playstyle. And he has flashes, which can be really useful. So yeah.
Alright, next we have Dokubai. Now, I'd say it probably just don't bring. I, I don't have too much to say. I mean, you can get access of cams. That's about your only thing. I mean, she has flashbangs, so you can wipe off, ADSs and things like that. But otherwise, I'd say she's not really that useful. Like, I wouldn't really want her in my layup.
Thinking now. Well, her LMG, very good, 1.5. Her ability, also really strong, able to heal, well, yourself and your teammates.
And you can
Good
pick
frag.
yourself up if you're knocked.
Mhm.
She has
Has
the gold
grenades. Good.
6.
Mm. She has
Yeah.
grenades as well. Grenade people from the floor and,
Alright, very,
utility on.
very good.
I'd say a must bring. Solid up.
Definitely. I'd say alibi is.
I've got alibi defense.
We don't talk about that. Uh,
Flaws, situational.
yeah. So I mean, for example, say you're on Oregon and you're in bunker. It could be good, say, hitting off the shield that smoke could be behind, or it could be good for getting off any Cade or Bandit utility. But yeah, I'm not so fussed on bringing a Flores.
I mean, he has 2.0 on the, I think it's the AR-33 he has. Pretty sure. Solid gun, not bad, but his utility is definitely situational.
Okay.
What's it? Glass. I
I would not bring
don't,
one.
I don't know what to say about him. I mean, he has smoke. His gun, not the worst, but who would bring him? I'm sorry.
I know.
From a rank slash competitive situation, you don't want him.
Okay, now we got Fuse. I mean, I mean, he's not. You don't see him often. I guess he could be a situational.
He has the AK-12, very good gun.
I mean, it could be good if you want to wipe out a room. Like I'd say on Canal, for example, he could be very useful.
He also has the 6p LMG, which
And
is
I'm
also
pretty
really
sure he
good.
has like the hard breach things, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can use his ability through hard breach as well. Yeah, I'd say he could be a situational. All right, now we have gridlock.
Good luck. Situational for sure. Some maps, for example, Canal, on like a window, depending on the site, you could definitely clear out sight from a point of view, and you could get easy pickings.
And like
So,
Capateo's same at LMG, so fits into the LMG
mm.
meta, so that's good. Okay, um, Habana, I mean, hard breacher has good range. Like you could be miles away and get the hard breaches on a wall. She's good for getting off hatches. She has a good gun. She has, flashbangs, everything like that. Definitely a must bring. That's all I have to say because she's just that good.
And also with a pellets, you can also choose how much you want, 246. So you can be quite,
Yes.
well, don't have to use
You
too
can
many
trick the
for.
other team with the things as well.
Mm.
Alright, now we're on
Next,
to Yana.
Yana.
That's a must
I
bring.
Her ability to look out for utility and players, really good, solid. Can sometimes overexpose yourself, and we don't talk about what happens there. Has grenades, very good. You can grenade from underneath or also utility again, and just a good fragger in general.
Gotten 6. I mean, say for example they had Naruni. I mean, her Geminis can be just brilliant for hitting out the gates, and it can be very good for checking for capcan traps, and also it's well, I mean, uses a drone, and it can expose where people are because they're gonna shoot it out because they might think it's actually you. Right.
Good on.
IQ.
Yeah,
Well, I'd
IQ.
say probably situational, and the main reason is good for seeking out like the defender's utility and stuff. I mean, say on Villa, you could go below the wall on I think it's called Armory or whatever, and you can shoot out any bandits or Cade bits, so allows your team to get uh control of a wall.
Solid up,
And she
but
has a good gun as well. She has two good guns. I mean, the AUG's alright, but I mean, the LMG and the Commando are very, very good. Yeah.
Guns, yeah, she has AUG, Commando, and she has the LMG. Wait,
Okay, Jackal, honestly, I guess I must bring. I mean, he gets banned all the time, as you know. He has two brilliant guns. Um, they have good sight choices on it, both low recoil, both high damage, and good fire rates. Uh, Good for seeking out enemies. Just overall a good operator, not much more to say. Alright, next one, Callie.
Cali. Well, I'll say situational. For example,
Really?
hookers. Well, yeah, because like hooker, for example, in Coastline, or is it Billard's? Not sure which one. She can shoot through the window, good range from ruins. Could get pickings. There's also Oregon where you have the large window upstairs. She could get a picking from there as well.
Oh, and they also bring it on Chalet and Canal to get off the walls. I mean, especially
Hmm.
Chalet. Yeah, I guess I see what you're on about. Yeah, situational. I mean, good. It basically an alternative Thatcher.
Yeah, in a way. Lion,
Okay.
good gun, has a cog and a decent mag size.
I,
Ability, pretty countable. Like a
you
lot
mean
of
a Vigil,
people,
for example, could counter it?
and it's pretty easy to just sit still and wait. Unless you're in a probably not like in a plateau under, you might accidentally expose yourself to it. But yeah, I'd say a decent up.
I'd
Wouldn't take
say I
it
don't
often,
bring
but
though. I mean, over a load of other operators, so you have the choice of. I definitely. I wouldn't bring one. I gotta say, I don't think it's something you should bring. I mean, his ability is just so avoidable now. I mean, it
mm,
doesn't bring the best of utilities and stuff. Yeah, I'd say to don't bring. Okay,
Maverick.
Maverick. Must bring.
I I I say not sure. I'd say put it with Ash and Buck. My reasoning being, you don't always need a Maverick. Hear me out.
Mm,
You have some maps, for example, like let me think, Clubhouse. You have the upstairs in what is it? Electrical, is it garage slash that site up there, or whatever. I mean, yeah, you need it for like walls and hatches. Same with like chalet on downstairs. But some maps you generally don't want it, so I don't think it quite has to go at the top. So
I have a
has
counter for
grenades
it.
there.
I'd say that
Mhm.
you need him because he has grenades. So you know, say Oregon on closet, you could go below grenade out the utility, stopping you from going through the wall.
Mm.
But then you also have his blowtorch. It's the best for getting off utility on a wall. It's the best for getting off bandits and Cades. You know, I'd say he's very good. I mean, he has a pretty good gun. I definitely say you need to bring him. I mean, if you don't have a Kali, you don't have a Thatcher, you're gonna have to bring a Maverick really to get off utility efficiently. And
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
guess he does have
say
a
if
good
you're on
gun.
Chalet, you don't really have a choice. Like you need to bring him no matter what because
I'll
it's
agree
going
with
to be
that.
hard to get an operator above or in the site to shoot out utility. So yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. I honestly, he is a must bring. You might not bring him all the time, but I mean, this is technically like an
The
S tier, so
majority.
definitely you must bring him there.
We have a good M4, good gun with a 1.5, so definitely a solid person to pick.
All right, we have Monty.
Monty.
Honestly, for him, Blitz is here. I don't think he's as good as Blitz. I mean, he could be good. I'd honestly put him in the bottom tier because the only reason Blitz is good is because you could get in really fast and blind someone, and it's just a pain. I mean, Monty is a lot slower, and you have to be super strategical and well coordinated as a team. So
Can
I,
easily see who will counter Monty.
yeah, definitely. There's not much to say about him. Just lowest here. All right, Knock. Knock's become very, very good. I mean, I'm not quite sure if I'd put her up in the S tier of must bring, but definitely should have because I mean she's good. She can get around the map undetected. I mean you can get in by yourself pretty easily. Not the worst SMG in the
Decent
world.
gun.
And I think
I'm
she
pretty
has
sure it's
grenades or
1.5
something
as
as
well.
well, so that's good for getting off utility.
Yeah, she does have grenades. Or you can go hard breach depending.
Yeah. Alright,
Next,
next
Nomad. Very good op,
I'd say he's a
personally.
must bring, honestly.
I personally, if I went Nomad, I would probably carry Diffuser with me. And you have good gun, ARX, very good damage. You have 2.0, or you can go ACOG, so good sight selection. Her ability, the air jabs, very, very good, I'd say, to keep. Say you defuse, you can scout them out, and the enemies will just find it a lot harder to get to the diffuser or you, depending on how you're playing it. So, solid up, I'd say.
Yeah, and you can, hold your flanks well. I mean, that's really just it's good for getting intel on where the enemies could be. I mean, it cuts off their rotation, and obviously ARX like Giannis. I mean, brilliant gun. Yeah, I mean,
No,
even Frag will be
course.
support with this. So yeah. All right,
Mm.
Osa. I'd say situational. I guess. Would you agree?
Her gun, very good. The PDW, very strong. 1.5 sight. Her ability, now it's getting pretty easy to counter, I feel like.
But I mean, it's really
C4
useful
grenade.
on a map like Chalet, Oregon, and Coastline. I mean, on
Mm.
Coastline, hold in hooker window or, for example,
Oh,
Oregon
again,
on
you
game room window.
games room.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'd say situational because I wouldn't see it all the time. It's only on
Mm.
the maps that you'd and on certain sites. So I mean, she's not a don't bring, and she's not up here with the A tier ops. So yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, fair. I respect your choice. I mean, she does also have Claymore, but I'll just say situational.
Okay, we have Sledge. I mean, it's not
That's yeah.
necessarily. I mean, he's an S tier. It's pretty obvious. I mean, he's one of the best soft breaching ops. I mean, very good for vertical play. Has a brilliant gun. Good choices of sight. That depending what role you play with him, you can choose out of. He has grenades. It's just so good
And
for getting off
far, lost stun.
utility, and he's just honestly brilliant. I mean, never complain if you have one on a team. If anything, always have him on your team. He's really good.
Next, Thatcher. Don't he's banned so often, but when he's in play, he is very good.
Yeah, he's a must
Ability,
bring.
ability disables utility. Good gun, the AR-33 or the L8, depending which one you prefer. And just good sights on each gun, so it's just a very good op.
I'd say Twitches should at least bring because she's very good, but compared to some of these operators like Yana or Finker, she's not as good as an entry fragger, but she's still pretty up there. I mean, her drones are good for destroying utility, but she doesn't have grenades or flashbangs, which could give her that entry frag in capability. So I'd say that she is an A tier.
I mean, she has a good gun, the F2, 1.5, depending on what you prefer. Just a good damage. Recoil, it's not bad. It's improved, I'd say, recently in some ways. But was it good pistol? It's got the P9 or the LFP, depending on which one you're going for. And yeah, the utility is great. Gets rid of well, what you need: the bandits, cades, even mutes, as long as you don't get your drone trapped.
Claymores and smoke grenades, I mean, you can get off plants as well, so that's pretty good.
Hmm.
Okay, next we have
Yeah,
Ying. Right, now, I mean, she's a situational to a should have at least one. Now,
you
I don't know
do.
if people would get mad for this, but personally, I would place her in the A tier. She's underrated. She has LMG that's good with basically every sight, and her ability can be very dangerous. If you don't have an ADS, you're basically screwed. I mean, she's just gonna run into sight and you're blinded. You can't do anything about it. You're just
Unless you're
gonna die.
Walden.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't know if you disagree with me, but I gotta say she has a capability to be an A tier.
Very good. I love the gun 2.0. Great gun. Or a cog, depends which one you prefer. But
Or
yeah, she's just a great
1.5.
optical. Or 1.5, which is nice. Zero. I don't mind zero. It has decent intel, decent gun, MP7 1.5, or his other gun. Um, ah,
I can't lie, I don't like Zero, but I know he's not useless. I mean, I guess people would get mad because I see a lot of people play him. I mean, I'd say he's within the middle, C tier situational area. I don't see him that often, but yeah, again, he's not bad. I mean, he has good guns. I mean, he has cams. Yeah, I'd say he's a
I
C
would
tier.
it not where I because he can break off utility as well with his cams, but I think I prefer Twitch. I would take Twitch over Zero.
Okay, now we have Zoff.
Zoff.
Now, honestly, I'd say an S tier, only for the fact that her LMG is just unbelievably good. She has
ACOG
two impact
1.5.
grenades to, do soft breach, which covers the role of Ash, which is why Zoff is better. And on top of that, she has her concussion grenades. So you can see if people are hiding around, or you can just blind a sight before you run in. So she's a very good entry fragger. And,
I'm
I mean,
pretty sure
yeah.
she has Claymore as well,
Yeah,
so good
Claymore,
utility.
and I think, was it, like, breach charges as well?
Yeah, she has breach charges, but this pistol, I'm pretty sure it's really good. So
Yeah,
solid
pistol's
secondary
good.
weapon.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say about her. She is an S tier. Okay, well,
Uh,
looks like this is the best attacking tier list of Operation Demon Veil 2022. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and all go and subscribe to Aiko. Yeah. Right. Have a good day or night.